welcome to Santalan Yoga. For today's class, we will be warming up the joints and also warming up the spine, moving the spine in all directions to get that movement more free in the spine and to also give us a little bit more balance with our bodies. Kia ora. Welcome to Santalan Yoga. For today's class, we will be warming up the joints in the body and also looking at warming up the spine. We'll move the spine in all sorts of different directions. So for today's class, we will start from the bottom, warming up the legs first, heading into the spine, and then finishing off with the upper body. So for today's class, you'll need a strap or a tie or a scarf, whatever you've got lying around. We'll also need a couple of blocks as well. You can use books too, or cushions. And because of the time of the year, it's getting a bit chillier, so perhaps even a blanket as well for Shvaasana at the end of class. Totally up to you. All right, so we'll start lying on our backs today. So finding a nice, comfortable base position on the mat, laying the body down. Bring the legs together, bring the arms alongside the body. As we inhale, lifting the right leg up, just as far up as feels comfortable. And exhale, releasing the leg back down. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. One more time, inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. Left side this time, inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, releasing back down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Starting with the right leg again, this time inhaling, bring the leg up to center. As we exhale, dropping the right leg out to the right, making a circle with the hip and bringing that right leg back down to meet the left. Inhaling to center, exhale, down and around. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now you can make these circles as big or as small as you wish, just warming up the joints and the hips. Now reverse, inhaling, drawing the leg out to the right. Exhale, up, down to meet the left. Inhaling, circling up. Exhaling, down. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Right, adjusting the legs again if you've gotten a bit out of placement. Starting with the left now, inhaling up to center. Exhaling out to the left, down and around. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, reverse now, inhaling out to the left, center, exhaling down, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling back down. Great. Finding your strap or your scarf or whichever that you've got. If you have a strap, we want to make a loop in that strap. Bring it through the D-rings, end of the strap. Coming back through, making it tight. Now I like to have my loop just big enough to pop my foot through, but you can make this bigger if you wish, depending on how tight the legs are. So bending through the right knee, bringing the strap up to the sole of the foot, reaching the right foot up and away, extending up through the heel of the right foot, hands very gently gripping either side of the strap, and having the shoulders nice and relaxed. We just want the weight of the arms pulling down on the strap. So taking a few breaths here, breathing into the stretch, into the hamstring and the calf. And with the stretch, remember that we just want to feel that point of resistance and to not be in any pain. Nice and slow and steady with our breathing. One more breath. Placing the strap into the right hand, bringing the left hand down, palm face down, up at shoulder height. Gently releasing the right leg out to the right, softening through the hip socket, and allowing that leg just to open up. Allowing the strap to support the leg. With each exhalation, just softening the right hip socket, opening up through the right inner thigh. One more breath here. As we inhale, slowly drawing that right leg up, using the muscles of the right leg, coming back to center. Bring the left hand up, popping the strap into the left hand. Right arm coming down this time, palm face down. Inhaling to center. Exhale, drawing the right leg across the body to the left, rolling up onto the left hip. With control, bringing the right leg across the body. Again, just allowing gravity to bring the leg down towards the floor. Doing your best to ground down through the right shoulder as well. Try and get that right shoulder as close to the floor as you can as well. Getting a nice twist through the spine here. And if the neck is okay, you can turn your head to the right, look along the right arm. One more breath. Turning the head back to center. Inhaling, lifting the right leg back up. Rolling back into the back. Adjusting the body. Bring both hands onto the strap again. This time, as we inhale, lifting the head, lifting the shoulders up off the mat. Seeing how close you can get your chin and knee together. One more breath here. And then slowly releasing the head, releasing the shoulders back down. And releasing the right leg. Slowly bring the right leg down to meet the left. Hopping the left foot inside the loop of the strap, taking the right foot out. And using your leg muscles, lifting the left leg up to center. Bringing the hands up along the strap. Placing the hands on either side of the strap. Lifting up out of the left leg, reaching the left heel up to the ceiling. Again, just finding that point of resistance with the hamstring so that you can feel a very gentle stretch and not be in any pain. Taking a few breaths here. One more breath here. Bring the strap into the left hand, right arm and hand coming down, palm face down. Gently opening the left leg up and out to the left, softening through that left hip socket. Allowing the leg to gently open Again, keep reaching away through the heels of the left and the right foot. You want to be nice and engaged through both legs. Taking one more breath here. Inhaling, drawing the left leg back up to center. Bring the right arm up, placing the strap into the right hand. Left hand coming down, palm face down. Gently bring the left leg across the body to the right, rolling up onto the right hip. With control, releasing the left leg down. Still stay engaged through both legs, pushing out through the heel, rolling the left shoulder back and down. And if the neck is okay, turning the head to the left, look along the left arm. One more breath. Turning the head back to center, using the leg muscles of the left leg, drawing that left leg back up to center, rolling back onto the back. Bring the body back to center. Bring both arms up along the strap again. This time inhaling, drawing the head, drawing the shoulders up off the mat. Seeing how close you can get your chin and your knee together. One more breath. And slowly releasing the head and the shoulders back down. Releasing the left leg. Taking the strap off the foot. Allowing the left leg to release back down to meet the right. Pausing here for a moment. Feeling into both legs and just noticing how those legs are feeling now. All right, from here, we'll roll up to a seated position. So we'll roll through our spine 3 times. So using the momentum of the legs to roll from the base of the spine up to the neck. And on the 3rd one, we're going to come up to a crouching position and bend over onto hands and knees. So when you're ready, drawing the knees in, rolling up. 1, 2, and 3rd time, up to crouching, releasing back to a tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, starting to warm up into the spine now. Inhaling, dropping the belly down towards the floor, lifting up through the tailbone, lifting up through the head, inhaling here, and exhaling, rounding through the spine, dropping the tailbone down, dropping the head down, lifting those ribs up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, head coming up, tailbone coming up, belly dropping down. Exhaling, head coming down, tailbone coming down, ribs coming up. Inhaling in your own time. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more round, inhaling. Exhaling. Coming back to a neutral spine. Bringing the left leg forward, placing the left leg on the outside of the left hand. Bringing the right leg forward, dropping it on the outside of the right hand. Either keeping the hands on the floor or on top of the feet themselves. Lifting the tailbone up and away, stretching up through the backs of the hamstrings and releasing the body and the spine down towards the sides. Nice and loose with the upper body. Pausing here for a moment. As we inhale, bending through the knees, dropping the bottom down, releasing the bottom down, coming into a squat position. Lifting the head, lifting the chest up, opening up through the chest. Looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lifting the bottom up, stretching up through the legs again, dropping the torso back down. Exhale. Inhale. Dropping the bottom down, lifting the head up. Exhale, bringing the torso down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time, inhaling. Exhaling. All right. Bring the chin in towards the chest. Slowly rolling the spine up, coming up to a standing position. Last thing to come up is the head and the chin. Rolling the shoulders back and down. All right, stepping the feet in closer together. The feet can be a fist's width apart. Place you here, about a fist width apart. Or if you feel comfortable, bring the toes and the heels together. Up to you, whichever's more comfortable for you. As we inhale, drawing the arms up overhead. If you've got enough room in the shoulders, bring the palms together, otherwise keeping the arms separated. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, bending through the knees. Drawing down through the bottom. Keep coming down as far as your ankles are able to. Exhaling here at the bottom. Inhaling, lifting. Bring the bottom up, straightening the knees, rising up. Inhaling here. Exhale, drawing the bottom down. Leading with the bottom, bending through the knees, bending through the ankles, drawing the body down. Inhale, rising up as nice and controlled as you can. Inhale, exhale, drawing down, warming up the joints of the knees and ankles and hips. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, drawing back up. Releasing the hands. Giving the arms and shoulders a shake, giving the legs a little shake. All right, now that we're a little bit warmer, starting to feel a little bit more free through the joints, through the legs, through the spine. Stepping out to the right or jumping out into a nice open stance here. Ideally, this distance between the feet, we want it to be the same length as one of our legs. So nice and wide, want a nice even stance, nice stable stance with the legs and the feet. Bring the right foot out 90 degrees. Left foot coming in at a 45-degree angle. Squaring the hips to the front. Bring the left arm behind into the small of the back. Tucking the tailbone under. Opening up through the hips. Bring the right hand down on top of the right leg. Rolling the shoulders back and down. And just releasing the torso over to the right. Again, finding that point of resistance. With the hand on the right leg, we either want it above the right knee or below the right knee, not directly on the knee. Sinking down into the right hip socket, bumping the left hip out. Once you feel that you're nice and balanced, drawing the left arm up, directly up from the shoulder, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling, palm facing the front. And you can either stay here, facing the front, or if you feel comfortable, rotating the head to the left, looking up at the left fingertips. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Keep sinking into that right leg. Drawing the right kneecap up. Pressing down through the big toe of the right foot and the outer heel. Left foot rolling ever so slightly onto the outside edge, so the pinky toe edge. Whichever way you're facing with your head, make sure the head is in a neutral position to the spine, so you don't want to be lifting it up, dropping it back down. Nice and neutral for the neck. If the balancing is a bit challenging, do feel free to drop the left arm down, and you can also turn the head and look down towards the right foot to help with the balance. All right, we'll take one more breath. Bending through the right knee ever so gently, dropping the left arm down, and slowly with control drawing the torso back up to the standing position. All right, bringing both the right and left toes back towards the front. Maybe give the legs a little jiggle. That can be quite an intense stretch through the legs and the torso, but it should feel also nice and even as well. All right, left side this time, left toes pointing out 90 degrees. Left foot right foot drawing the toes in at a 45-degree angle, or bring the heel out, whichever you find easier. Squaring the hips towards the front, bring the right arm into the small of the back, left hand on left leg. And the motion that we want when we're drawing our body down towards the left is we want to imagine that our body is stuck between two panes of glass or two walls, and we can only move in this left and right direction. So we don't want to be coming forward this way. We want to be drawing our body directly to the left, sinking down through that left hip, pushing our right hips out, keeping that tailbone tucked under. Opening up through the chest. When you've found your balance, drawing that right arm up, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Drawing that shoulder back and down. Pressing down through the feet, down through the left big toe and the outside edge of the left heel. Right foot rolling ever so slightly to the outside, pushing out through the right pinky toe side of the foot. Keeping that head and neck in a neutral position, either looking forward or looking straight up towards the right hand. Or if the balance is a bit challenging today, looking down to the left foot. Breathing nice and steady. One more breath. Gently bending through the left leg. Bring the right arm down and drawing the body back up to center. All right, bringing both toes back to the front. Stepping the legs in, giving the legs a little shake. So stepping out again, jumping out again to the same distance. This time you might also like to have a couple of blocks with you. So I'll just place the blocks here on either side, the mat. All right. Turning the toes of the right foot 90 degrees. Left foot coming in at a 45-degree angle. This time, squaring our hips to the right side. Opening up through the left hip socket. Drawing our leg and our knee out towards the left, starting from the hip. Placing both hands onto the hips, drawing the shoulders back and down. As we inhale, drawing the left arm up alongside the head. Pushing our weight back to the left foot. And as we exhale, hinging from the hips, drawing the torso forward, and gently crossing the left arm over towards the right, ideally reaching down to the outside of the right foot, but if you're not quite there yet, grabbing your block, placing it on the outside, placing the palm of the hand onto the block. So we're gently twisting through the spine over to the right. Making sure that the weight is pushing back onto the left heel. Right hand can stay on the right hip. If you're feeling balanced here, you can start to rotate the head and the shoulders over to the right as well. Staying soft through the belly, opening up into the twist. One more breath. Slowly coming out of the twist, drawing the eyes down towards the mat to regain the balance, bending through the right knee, and gently drawing the torso back up to center. Right, coming back around to the front. So move this block over here. All right, other side. So drawing the left toes out 90 degrees, right toes coming in at a 45-degree angle. You can also bring the back leg out a couple of centimeters, in this case to the right, just to help with the balance so that the legs aren't behind each other. We want them to be more like about hip width apart, just to help with the balance there. So scoring the hips towards the left leg, hands on the hips, drawing the weight back to the right foot. So more weight is on the right foot than on the left. As we inhale, drawing the right arm up alongside the head. As we exhale, hinging from the hips, releasing the torso down over the left leg. Crossing the right arm over to the outside of the left foot or to the block. And if you're feeling balanced, gently twisting towards the left. So I'll just turn around for you so you can see what the other side of this pose looks like. Keep breathing. Nice and soft through the stomach. Opening up through the chest. Drawing that weight back to the right foot. One more breath. And gently coming out of the twist, looking down towards the left foot, bending through the knee, drawing the torso back up to standing. All right. Coming back towards the front of the mat, drawing the legs back together, give the legs a little shake. Doing a lot of leg work today. Okay, this time we'll come bringing the left leg back. Coming down into a low lunge. Releasing the knee down towards the floor. Drawing the right foot into the center. This time, lifting the torso up. Keeping the right hand on the right knee. Left hand drawing up alongside the head. Gently twisting over to the right, drawing the left arm across the body. You want to draw that left arm beside the right knee, so the outside of the knee. If you're able to, placing the hand down onto the mat, or you can place it onto a block. You're just gently twisting through the spine here. In this position, we want to imagine that we've got a board between the left and the right leg, and with those legs, we want to be gently squeezing those legs in towards each other as if you're squeezing that board. That will really help with your balance. Once you've gained your balance and you feel confident, you can take this arm up off the floor or off the block. You can place both of your palms together into prayer position and start to gently twist the upper chest up, opening up through the chest. You can look forward or you can look over the right shoulder. One more breath. Releasing the hands. Drawing the torso back towards the front. And drawing that right leg back to meet the left. All right, left side. Bringing the left foot in towards the center, into the low lunge. Lifting the torso up. Drawing the right arm alongside the head. Gently twisting through the body, twisting over to the left. Drawing the right arm across the body, to the outside of the knee. And if you can, reaching down to the floor or to a block. Softening through the body, gently twisting to the left. Again, squeezing those legs in. If you're feeling balanced, bringing the palms of the hands together, opening up through the chest, looking forward, or turning the head over the left shoulder. Nice, slow, controlled breaths here. One more breath. Very slowly coming out of the twist, back to center. Lifting the back knee up off the mat and stepping forward, both hands in between, both feet in between the hands, and releasing the torso back down, letting the head and the torso gently drape over top of the legs. Your legs can be straight, you can have a little bend in them if the hamstrings are still a little bit tight or sore. Just pausing here for a moment. Pausing here for a rebound after all that spinal twisting. One more breath. And tucking the chin into the chest, bending through the knees, rolling back up to standing. We'll come back down onto our backs. Drawing back onto our backs. Bending the knees, drawing the heels in towards the bottom, arms alongside the body, feet and knees hip width apart, tucking the chin into the chest ever so slightly. As we inhale, pushing down with our feet and our hands, lifting the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Holding here for a moment and then gently releasing the spine back down. Inhaling, pushing down through the feet and the hands, lifting the pelvis up towards the ceiling, lifting up through the chest, and slowly releasing the spine back down. One more time, inhaling, pushing up through the hands and the feet, lifting the pelvis up towards the ceiling, pausing here for a moment, and releasing back down. All right. Now you can either stay at this level, or if you want more of a stronger stretch as we lift up this time, Coming up onto the upper arms, releasing the forearms and hands up off the floor, and bringing both palms of the hands into the small of the back. Either heels of the hands in towards the spine or fingers in towards the spine. Again, depends on the mobility of your wrists and hands, giving you a little bit more support, more height, opening up through the chest, really tucking that chin into the chest in this position, squeezing through the bottom, engaging through the legs, lifting that pelvis up to the ceiling higher still. Taking a couple of breaths here. Now you can stay here, or if you wish, you can draw the feet and the knees together into the center. Pausing here for a moment. Bending through the right knee, drawing the right knee in towards the chest, and releasing the right leg up towards the ceiling. Lifting up through the left hip, drawing that left knee in towards the center. Right heel lifting up and away towards the ceiling. Lifting up through the chest, pushing down through the backs of the arms. Nice and strong here. One more breath. And releasing that right leg down. Right, adjusting the legs again. Adjusting the hands and arms if you need, drawing the feet and the knees back together, nice and strong through the pelvis, squeezing the bottom in. Left leg this time, bending through the left knee, drawing the left knee in towards the chest, extending out through the lower left leg, lifting that heel up and away. Drawing the right knee in towards the center, lifting up out of that right hip, left heel reaching up and away, nice and strong through the hands, through the chest, pressing those upper arms down to the mat. One more breath here, and bring that left leg back down towards the center. All right, now you can either stay here or open the knees and the feet out to hip width again. And once you're ready, releasing the hands down towards the mat and gently drawing the spine down. Or if you'd like to extend a little bit further, drawing the knees together, drawing the heels together. This time, walking the feet away. Staying strong through the hands and arms, upper chest. Walking those legs away. We want to get those legs as straight as possible. The soles of the feet still pointing down towards the floor. Really strong through the upper body now. Keep that chest open, pushing down through the backs of the arms. Drawing that chin into the chest. Squeezing that bottom nice and strong through the legs. Taking a couple of breaths here. Very strong position in setu, bandha, sarvangasana, the bridge pose. And gently releasing the hands away from the small of the back, staying strong through the spine and the back. Releasing the arms down towards the floor and gently releasing the spine down towards the floor. Right, wherever you are, releasing down towards the mat. Letting the legs and the arms roll away. Pausing here for a moment, letting the body rebound. One more breath. Drawing the legs together, bringing the arms in alongside the body, tucking the chin into the chest ever so slightly. And when you're ready, bring the legs up and over the head, however you'd like to get into that position. Drawing the arms down, interlacing the fingers, drawing the pinky fingers down towards the mat, lifting up and out over the hips, reaching the tailbone away, extending out through the heels. If the toes don't quite reach the floor, placing a block by the toes to rest your toes on. If the toes are down on the floor, pressing the toes down into the floor. Drawing the hands into the small of the back. Pushing the hands into the small of the back. Drawing the heels away, opening up through the legs. Right leg out to the right, left leg out to the left. Drawing the heels down towards the floor in this position. Trying to get the instep down onto the floor. Drawing the legs back together, back to the center, lifting up and out the waist, imagining as if someone is lifting you up from the hips, drawing that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Now walking both legs over to the left, staying grounded through the right shoulder. One more breath. Back to center. Drawing both legs over to the right. Grounding down through the left shoulder. And back to center. Pressing the hands into the small of the back. Releasing the hands down towards the mat. And slowly releasing the spine back down to the mat. Keeping the legs up so that your body and your legs create a 90-degree angle. Drawing the hands alongside the body. Legs together, toes together. Lifting the head, bring the chin up onto the chest. And slowly releasing both legs down towards the mat with control. Just as slow as you're able to do. Keep controlling with the torso, keep controlling with the legs. Pausing here at a 45-degree angle. And keep releasing. Pausing again when you're a foot off the floor. Keep releasing. And pausing again when you're 1 centimeter off the floor. And slowly releasing the legs back down. When the heels touch, releasing the head, releasing the shoulders back down, allowing the arms and legs to roll away, letting the body rebound. Drawing the heels in, drawing the knees in towards the chest, squeezing the knees in towards the chest, rocking from side to side, right to left, left to right. Or you can do some little circles with the knees. Creating little circles with the lower back onto the mat. A few in one direction, changing directions, a few that side. Doing a sort of a self-massage onto the lower back. Pausing in the center. Extending the left leg long, drawing the right knee into the chest, bring the hands on top of the right knee, squeezing that right knee in, releasing the right arm down, palm face down onto the floor, draw that right knee across the body to the left, letting that right knee release down towards the floor. If you like, you can place the left hand on top of the right knee, drawing that right shoulder down towards the floor. Gentle twist through the spine, releasing any tension through the spine. One more breath. Drawing the right leg back to center. releasing the right leg down, bending through the left knee, drawing the left knee in towards the chest, squeezing the left knee in, and drawing that left knee across the body to the right. Left arm coming out from the shoulder, palm face down. Placing the right hand onto the left knee, drawing the left knee down towards the floor, gently twisting through the spine. One more breath. Drawing that left leg back to center, rolling back into the back. Now I'm just getting ready for our last pose today, Shvaasana. So putting on any extra clothes that you need, socks, jumpers, blanket. When you're ready, lying back down on your back on the mat. Letting the arms and the legs roll away from the body. Drawing the chin into the chest. And releasing the back of the neck long along the mat. Finding a spot on the ceiling to focus on. And softening your focus on that spot on the ceiling. And if you feel comfortable, closing the eyes. Bringing your mind to the breath. Breathing in through the nose, back the throat, down into the lungs, out of the lungs, back of the throat, out through the nose. Allowing the mind just to follow that breath, moving in and out of the body. each exhale, allowing any remaining tension to soften and release. Feeling the weight of the body pressing down into the mat. Backs of the heels, calf muscles, backs of the knees, hamstrings, glute muscles, lower back, mid back, upper back, backs of the arms, the hands, elbows, shoulder blades, back of the neck, back of the head, the whole back of the body pressing down to the floor. Feel the ease and stability of those points pressing down into the mat. Now feeling into the front of the body, soles of the feet, top of the feet, the shins, the kneecaps, thigh muscles, front of the pelvis, abdominal muscles, abdomen and chest, front of the shoulders, front of the arms, palms, armpits, front of the neck and throat, softening through the face, keeping the lips closed, or gently parting the teeth inside the mouth. Allowing the jaw to soften, allowing the tongue to soften in the mouth away from the teeth. Allowing the cheeks and the ears to soften, the eyes and the eyebrows, the scalp and forehead. Feeling the lightness and the ease at the front of the torso. Coming back to the breath, breathing in through the nose, back of the throat, down into the lungs, out the lungs, back of the throat, out through the nose. Taking 3 deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling with a sigh. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Slowly beginning to wriggle the fingers and the toes, bring some movement back into the body. Maybe rocking the head from side to side if that feels good. Keeping the eyes closed when you're ready. Rolling over onto your right side. Pausing here for a moment. And when you're ready, slowly pushing yourself back up to a seated position. Either staying directly on the mat if you wish, or if you would like some height, sitting on top of a cushion or a pillow. Just finding a nice comfortable seat wherever you are. Once you're settled and comfortable, rolling the shoulders back and down, placing the hands into the lap or palms face down on top of the knees. Finding a spot on front of you to focus on, or if you feel comfortable, closing the eyes. So again, in Shvaasana, just breathing in through the nose, back of the throat, down to the lungs, out of the lungs, back of the throat, out through the nose. Starting to slow down the breath. After your next full round of breath, starting to make a note of how long it takes you to do one inhale, one exhale without forcing the breath. So just slowly counting as you would normally, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, and out, 1, 2, 3, in your own time, observing your own breathing count. And you may find that from round to round, that the inhale and exhale might be a different count from one to another. This is quite normal. So after your next full round of breath, I just want you to take the average count of your inhales and exhales, and just want you to try and ensure that the inhale and the exhale is the exact same count. So we want it to be equal. So whatever that comfortable count is for you, starting with that as we inhale in your own time. And exhaling. Again, keep breathing in through the nose, back of the throat, down into the lungs, out of the lungs, back of the throat, out through the nose. After your next full round of breath, this time at the top of the inhale, just pause at the top of the inhale for one count before exhaling again. Inhaling, pause for one count, and exhaling. After your next full round of breath, dropping the pause, the antar Kumbhaka, and also dropping the equal breathing, Kumbhaka breathing, and allowing the breathing to return to its natural, spontaneous pattern. Just observing how your breath is feeling now, how your body is feeling now, and how your mind is feeling now. To close the practice, we will chant 3 Oms, taking 1 breath to prepare, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling for Om, together, rubbing the palms together to create a little bit of heat. Placing the palms of the hands over the eyes. Looking into the palms of the hands, letting the eyes adjust to the light. Placing the palms over the cheeks. Placing the palms over the throat and neck. Placing the palms together into the heart center. Rubbing the palms again to create some heat. Backs of the hands, fingers and thumbs. Wrists. Bring the hands into the chest again. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for joining me today for the session. And I hope that the legs and the spine are feeling great, rejuvenated, nice and open, and that your breathing is feeling great as well after pranayama. So again, thank you for joining me today. If you enjoy this class, give it a like, share it with your friends. If you'd like to see more of these classes, consider supporting me on my Patreon site. So that's Patreon and Santalan Yoga. Thank you.